It's probably fair to say Coffee Breaks with Steve, we think it's fun to have fun. And it's always fun when I get Karissa and Chelan here and we find some kind of unusual, interesting game to play and bring you along with us. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm here remote today from Tampa, Florida, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And so we want you to put on the brakes, grab a cup of coffee, and join the conversation because it's definitely time for Coffee Breaks with Steve. Yep, like I said, it's that time, and I know we already have people joining us here. Carla's here, Rick is here, and I want to bring my co-hosts in. Karissa is here, Chelan is here. Look at the gang's all. Hey, Chelan, thanks for dressing up. I mean, thanks
of course,
for
always
doing whatever you do. Karissa,
I put my hair down.
I was going to say your hair's not in a bun today.
I did dress up technically.
Technically, you're completely.
Kathy's joining us from YouTube today. Hi, Kathy.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Popping in a different way.
Let's get our comments going here on the screen so that we can see what people have to say. I see Jerry is here as well. Kathy is here. Carla is here.
Rick is here representing the Everybody Drink.
What are you drinking today, Chelan?
I have gotten into sparkling waters, and this is a cherry seltzer because it was the cheapest one at the Wally Mart. They get expensive. I'm like, it's sparkling water.
Kathy
I know, right?
I see. I don't know why I didn't see Kathy on here at first. But, I know.
Oh, her, yeah.
I was looking here, but on the side, I actually have the Facebook screen pulled up.
Yeah, because she's on from YouTube.
She's on YouTube, today. And that's why we've got this comment going. You know what? I mentioned that I'm here a different location. If you look, the background is much different. Of course, usually I have a background screen up here, and I didn't today. I'm in Tampa, Florida today, and for the next couple of days. And staying, I just want to say a big thank you to Bill and Sylvia Hahn, at whose home I'm staying. And Sylvia is my dear friend Alexis Caragir-Base's mom. And I'm going to talk more about all of that here in just a minute. But where are you at, Karissa?
I'm home with my stray kids.
You have stray kids artwork. Chelan, where might you be?
I've broken into your house, and I'm in your basement.
You're actually
I'm in the boys' room, and you can tell.
Yeah, what we refer to as the kid cave.
The kid cave, but there's various stuffed animals.
So you're in your natural habitat. You're in your element.
Yeah, it's probably
your elephant.
It's fine.
That's excellent. So I want to get right to the sweet and savory, or Chelan.
The charcuterie.
I know.
It's so exciting.
I don't need it wide. Let's just do that. I'm just doing these things here. I want to share a little bit about why I'm not in Spokane. Chelan is obviously taking my place there, or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I've actually been on the road, so to speak, for the last several days, as many of you know, and I think the two of you who are here probably know this.
You're just a traveling troubadour. That's what you've chosen to do.
I am a traveling troubadour, but
I'm a wandering gnome.
I'm a wandering gnome. That's a good way to put it.
That's so true.
I'm involved with a couple of nonprofit organizations, and one you couldn't get on here before. You're now on YouTube. You couldn't get on here before. It looked like you were kind of here. You're on, I don't know. You're kind of here a couple of times, Kathy, but hey, you're here. So so you ended up, you couldn't get on.
Now she's on Facebook.
Before. Now she's on Facebook. I get what's going on.
Fixed it.
Can't see YouTube comments. How will I know what Kathy's saying? Okay, so and the comment should be coming up in YouTube. Sometimes YouTube does its own thing, even when we set it up to show comments. Like that. Sometimes it's settings from the user's end. Can I see all comments? Blah, blah, blah. YouTube, I like Facebook for the live stream portion of it for our normal brew crew. But YouTube, and we're going to be doing more working on YouTube in the coming weeks to get it a little more set up the way we want it. And also so it's a little more available for people coming in to watch later. We're going to try to get it a little more specific for that. Anyway, I digress. I work with a couple of different nonprofits, and one of them we're going to be talking about again at the end of the show during our last sip portion, as we are now focusing on some nonprofits. But that's the Sabre 6 Foundation. And the other one is Broader Than Broadway, which is based out of Tampa, Florida. So earlier this week, I was with the Sabre 6 Foundation for the annual gala event. And just want to share a little bit about that. Here's a picture from inside our room for that event. And just a great group. We had over 100 people in the room and just a really cool time. And I want to share this because one of the things that takes place during the Sabre 6 Gala each year, starting last year, it was the inaugural of this, but we recognize a specific leader on the national scene, and it's the Dick Gephardt Award for Courageous Leadership. And Dick Gephardt is the gentleman you see on the left as you're looking at the screen. And he and his wife, Karen Gephardt, sponsor this award. And this is the second year we've done it. The gentleman on the far right is retired Admiral William Owens, who served in the Navy for many years, was a submariner, commanded submarines, and in his final posting, served as the vice chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, ran the Navy, and it is just an amazing gentleman. And he was last year's recipient of the Gephardt Award for Courageous Leadership and was there this year to give the award to this year's recipient, who's the gentleman standing in the middle, and that is Ross Perot Jr. I don't know if Ross Perot sounds familiar. Ross's father was very involved in politics, ran for president, was also
he was almost president once.
He was almost president, and also just a businessman on the national scene for many years, and both Ross Sr. and now his son, extraordinarily philanthropic in terms of giving back much of their resource to serve. Ross Perot Jr. himself served in the Air Force, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. May have been the Navy. He may have flown off of carriers, but himself is a pilot, actually set a world record some years ago, being the first person to circumnavigate the globe in a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
But just again, all three of these gentlemen, in fact, Dick Gephardt, the gentleman on the left, served in Congress, if that name sounds familiar to people, served in Congress for 28 years, a good portion of that time as the Democratic leader in the House, as the minority leader in the House. That's the role that right now, if you know Congress currently, Hakeem Jeffries is the minority leader in the House at this point. And that was what Dick Gephardt did. And just always really a pleasure to be able to be a part of that. We also started last year with the Sabre 6 Foundation awarding scholarships and grants to our veterans and their immediate family members who are continuing their education in some fashion. And this year we had six scholarships that were awarded. 3 of those recipients were able to join us at the gala, and you see the 3 of them standing there with their giant checks for their scholarship awards. And you also see our executive director, Christina Crick, and our founder and president, Chris Colenda, standing with them in this picture. But it was just a fantastic event. And then yesterday, before I flew to Tampa, we had an opportunity, several of the board and staff members from the Sabre 6 Foundation, along with, you see the standing in front kind of over my left shoulder or behind my left ear, standing there with the tie on, is Dick Gephardt. And as a former member of Congress, he still has a pass that lets him go into the Capitol building and into back areas that other people, the public, might not normally go into. And he provided us with a guided tour.
That's so much
fun. Gephardt himself led us through the Capitol, stopping at various places and sharing not only the background, but personal stories from his time in Congress. I've been on Capitol tour several times. I think you have both been on that tour, and they're always amazing. They're always awe-inspiring. This was a once-in-a-lifetime situation. So thank you so much to everybody involved with Sabre 6 Foundation. Again, we're going to be talking a little bit more about them at the end of the show. And then I flew to Tampa, and I'm now with this group of crazies. This is just part of the group that is the board of the Broader Than Broadway nonprofit, and other family members you see sort of above my head there. That is Chris Gerbase, who has been on Coffee Breaks before. He's a financial advisor, and he has been on the show. Next to him is CJ Trop, and then Alexis Kara Gerbase.
We know that hair anywhere.
Yep, Chrissy Whitehead. Next to her, Sarah Rodriguez, and then Lauren Connors, all of whom are just amazing. I'm going to be with them right after the show today. I'm going to be heading over to the venue where we're going to be having a fundraising event for Broader Than Broadway. So it's been a busy week. I'm going immediately from one to another.
But when are you going karaoke? Because I know that
supposedly that's happening with one or more of this group tomorrow evening. Tomorrow being Mother's Day, and let's not forget that that's happening this weekend as well. So for any of you moms here or out there, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day. And I'm not going to be home to celebrate it with Carol, but Chelan, you are there to celebrate.
I'm trying to make sure that she celebrates it, because I said, Mom, is there anything you'd like me to cook? No, I just cleaned my house. I don't want to have to clean it again. And I went, okay, do you want to go out? No, the restaurants will be crazy. So what I decided on, I said, I need you to decide on food that I will have ordered to your house.
All right. And then you will serve her. You will take things to her
from a takeout box.
And maybe give her
make her go get her nails done.
Nails done.
It's gonna be crazy.
Some of those things are going to be, anything is going to be a bit crazy. Well, hey, in addition to Mother's Day, we have a birthday to celebrate this week. Remy,
that's mine.
That's yours.
That's
Remy's
mine.
Celebrating. And do we want to make ourselves feel old by mentioning the fact that he turns 16, sweet 16, this sweet boy this week? Chelan, are you just hiding your face because you can't believe it?
She died.
And look at how dressed up and cleaned up he looks. That's because
he went to prom.
Last weekend he went to prom.
Yeah.
My goodness. But anyway, happy birthday, Remy. Listen, if any of you who are tuned in have I was looking at something Kathy said about Dick Gephardt. Yeah. We're all older than we used to be. Yeah, and Remy's older than he used to be. But listen, do any of you in the Brew Crew have a special day this week? It can be a birthday, an anniversary, a mitzvah. It can be whatever you want us to celebrate with you. Put it in the chat. If you got something coming up later in this month or in the months ahead, send us an email at cbwsteve@comcast.net, and we will be sure to make that.
Stuff.
We do stuff. Listen, I'm going to move us to our topic and give you an opportunity, Karissa, to explain what's going to be happening with this spinning wheel and what it means.
The spinning wheel of doom.
The spinning wheel of doom.
We're going to play a game. This could be very interesting, or maybe not at all.
Who knows what it
or just not.
We don't know. Yeah. We don't know. Here's what we're going to do. On our spinning wheel here, we have many conversation topics. We're going to go around, take turns, and each of us is going to get a wheel spin, and whatever it lands on, we have to talk about for 3 minutes. I will have a timer. on my phone, so I'll be keeping track of the 3 minutes.
I think we're gonna find that 3 minutes is a long time, and we're gonna end up moving it to 1 minute.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Maybe
for how long? How long do we have to talk?
Maybe 2 minutes. Maybe we'll make
you
it 2
want
minutes.
to do 2?
Let's do 2 minutes because some
I love this.
Some of these are ones. Okay. Some
Who's
of the
gonna
topics.
Be all right? So are we going to take turns timing each other? Whoever is, or do we have to time ourselves? Or
no,
how are
I'll just do it on the timer. I've got a timer on my phone. I've got a stopwatch, so I'll just. And that means that you could get interrupted in the middle of a sentence. As soon as I say time, you stop. So
right. And you
now
some of 2 minutes or 3.
2.
We're gonna do 2.
Okay.
So some of these are going to be ones that actually it's like, oh, I could talk about this for forever, and some of them are going to be like, I'm going to have
to vamp a little bit. All right. So who are we starting with? Who goes first?
I think
go age order.
I was going to say brains before beauty, and make Dad go first.
Age order.
I approve.
Okay.
No, age order.
Age order is the other way to say it, but no, I like the way you said it.
Okay.
Beauty.
So you're going to spin the wheel. We're going to announce what the topic is. You're going to say go.
Start the timer.
And by the way, what I would like for our brew crew is think about how you would answer some of these. And if you even want to put a brief comment in the chat about it, I mean, you're not going to have to fill up 2 minutes of chat, but you can make a comment about it, or you can even give us feedback on our comments on it. So, all right, let's get going with this. Are we ready? And see how far we get.
No, do it.
Do the thing.
There's the spinning wheel.
Finish.
What is the first topic that I have to talk about?
Okay. Let's see.
What gave me fireworks?
A lot of them. Okay, you're supposed to tell me what it says, though. What does it say? I don't know.
What's okay? Do you need to click on it? Will it?
Oh, no, hold on, wait. It's going crazy. It's gone crazy.
All right.
You'll have to open up that little side.
It's supposed to pop up with a dialogue box.
Do you need to open the dialogue box on the side?
No, it's supposed to pop up with a dialogue box. Hold on 1 second.
Live. It's live stream, folks.
Let's try that. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's see if it works. It always worked before. I don't know why it's not working now.
Well, sometimes when you're sharing the screen, I also had you shut a dialogue box that you had open. So.
Okay. What's something you thought would be way more exciting as an adult?
Ooh, yeah. That's a good one. Tell me when to go.
Okay, ready, go.
I remember as a kid imagining my what my career would look like. And of course, I always thought when I was a kid, I always thought I was going to be something like an astronaut, right? Sure. Yeah. So for me, grown up work was going to be something very exciting, or I was going to run my own company. I mean, I had all these fantasies in mind, or I would be something like a fireman or a policeman. In fact, part of my college time, I was actually studying to go into law enforcement. I actually thought I was going to go into law enforcement at one point, and then found out that, number one, back in those days before they had things like contact lenses or like LASIK, you had to have a certain visual acuity without glasses or anything on. And I was not going to, with most of the police departments, I was not going to pass that. I actually went through trying to get on the Portland Police Department at one point. I was starting to go through the tests, and I didn't even make it to the physical where they could tell me that my eyesight was going to be an issue. I actually made it all the way through. I went through it passed all the sort of written exams and the physical exams and everything. Well, the physical test, which was different than the physical exam. Physical test was, could you, run an obstacle course and stuff.
But you had to pull a body a certain distance.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Where I passed the psychiatric test, meeting with a psychiatrist, I failed the psychological battery. I didn't have the right personality type to do that. So I thought I was going to have an exciting career. I've enjoyed my career. It just wasn't that kind of
interesting career.
I've had interesting careers, but it wasn't the same as what my fantasy was as a kid. So that's probably one of the biggest things I thought would be more exciting growing up, right?
And time.
All right.
Okay. Just do the time.
Advance it just a little bit. Okay. You're next,
right,
Karissa. Do you want me to time you?
You can if you want to.
I'll time you. So let's get your
what
topic.
I'm doing. What am I doing?
And anybody, again, in the brew crew, you can answer your own. You don't have to fill up 2 minutes, but give even a simple answer.
Oh, good. I'm glad I got this one. What's a smell that instantly brings back memories?
All right. You've got 2 minutes and go.
I actually have two smells that instantaneously bring back memories for me. One of them is there, and I don't even know how to describe it. There is a certain beachy smell, like I don't know if it's the sand or wet sand or if it's the combination of like the salt or something, but every time I smell this particular smell, and I don't smell it the whole time I'm like at the ocean, I'll catch whiffs of it when I go to the beach sometimes, because I don't live very far from the ocean either. I'm an hour, less than 2 hours away from various Oregon coast beaches, but there's a certain smell that when it hits me, I am instantaneously thrown back to grandma's house in Lincoln City. It is like I am in that craft room. I'm in her kitchen. I'm in it. There's just something about it that it's crazy because it literally all of a sudden will feel like I'm there. The other one that I get really strongly, and it's not all chlorine smells. It's a certain, I don't know if it's a concentration or something, but it reminds me of Disneyland. I will be on a water ride at Disneyland. I'll be on Splash Mountain, or I'll be on the Rapids ride or something. But it's this particular chlorine smell. And like if I go to the pool, it doesn't happen. It's not that kind of chlorine smell.
Yeah.
There's
a certain combination or just the right,
or the type of chlorine that I don't know how that works, but those are the two smells that instantaneously will throw me back. There is one other smell that I don't come across as often, and it's again one of those smells that I wonder if it's because of the air freshener I had in my car at the time, but there's a particular smell that every now and then I catch it, and it reminds me of driving around in my first car, the Guppy Mobile. I love that car.
And
it's my only car. Yeah, and the time that
time. You're done.
I'll say stop next.
See, I told you I could talk for a long time.
I know.
No, actually, time. Shut up. Stop talking.
Time's up. I should say time's up. All right. This one is for, and again, brew crew, you don't have to go for, but you might just post something in that's your own answer to any one of these as we go along. All right. This is for Chelan.
So I have ADHD. So this is either going to be
really
like
good or
really tangenty or nothing at all.
You're really good at improv though. So
let's see what we've got here.
What's something you were way too old before realizing?
And
go. Gosh, see, this is the kind of thing I go like most embarrassing moment or something where you go, what is
like I was today years old.
Yeah, I was today years old when I realized. I mean, the thing that comes to mind is a really dumb thing, and it's not 2 minutes worth. It's things like when you realize that the bird of paradise flower is named that way because it looks like a hummingbird perching, not like a crazy bird. I can't think of anything else. Today years old when I realized.
There was something recently that I remember that I posted or somebody posted. You put up some things before that it was like, oh my gosh, I never knew this.
Yeah, but I can't think of them now.
Of course you can't think of them now. That's part of the issue.
No.
That's the
trick. Is this like a truth or dare? Does she now have to do something crazy?
We should make her like go get a lemon or something and
I would absolutely suck a lemon.
I know you absolutely
Maybe she has to sing one verse of the Irish Drink.
Wait, Chelan, you have to sing your guilty pleasure song.
I'm high, flames of biggest rain in the corner. Yeah. I was just telling Karissa yesterday my guilty pleasure songs. I could think of two off the dome. And it's like I can't. These are songs. The qualification is songs you would be embarrassed to sing in front of family.
Oh,
Yeah.
in front
Like
of family.
you cannot sing these songs in front of family.
That should be your punishment.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I count that I've done my punishment. So I don't
Okay,
know.
you've
Do I
done your
take a
punishment.
mulligan or do we re-roll for me?
Should we respin?
Yeah, we can respin for her. I mean, look, we're here to have fun. We're not here to make anybody feel bad, although we
Let's
could do that.
see.
We should feel.
Be funny if the same one came up again.
Right.
I think I took it off.
Dumbest.
The dumbest way. Oh, Chelan, this is so
Okay.
your question.
All right. I've got plenty
This
of
is your question.
Tell me
Go
when to
for
start.
it. Go for
Tell
it.
me when to start. Okay, so dumbest way
Yeah.
I think has to go to
Yep.
I wanted to see I was walking home from school with Karissa and Christopher, and I was 7 years old, and I wanted to see how fast I could go skipping with my eyes closed.
No,
And what did
it
it
was
feel
like
like?
down a hill.
You told us you wanted to see what it was like when blind people skipped. That's what you told us.
Amazing. 5 stars.
And what happened? And what happened, Chelan?
I got some speed. That was a downhill grade and right into a metal pole.
Face first.
Metal pole. Face
Right
first.
into a metal pole.
Face plant.
Face plant.
You're lucky
Full
you didn't knock
speed.
any teeth out
I was shocked.
or break
Yeah.
your nose or
Full
concussion.
speed. And then we got me care, but I also remember that that dad in particular took pictures of me from various sides.
Because you had monkey face.
You called me
looked like
monkey-
you were
monkey
swollen
lips
out
for a long
here.
time.
You were
The other one that I
out
found the other day that I
here.
went, oh, I forgot I did that, was stapling my fingers together to see if it
You
would
did do that.
staple.
Oh, jeez, gosh.
You've done a lot. You've dropped
I've done a lot.
bars of
When
teriyaki sauce on your foot and broke your toe.
Yeah, that
You
one
also-
was just that happened
two
to me.
different times when you were a toddler that when I was holding your hand, you decided to go
Dislocated
limp
your
and
arm.
dislocated your elbow.
Dislocated my
And
Getting
you
hit
have
right
to
down
take
the
you to
middle of
the
the head.
ER to have that fixed. And I'm just saying, at some point, they're going to have a record of all these times you've taken
Chelan
you
was
to the
the
ER, and they're
child.
going to be, Child Protective Services. Going
Yeah,
to
you were the kid mom and dad were afraid to take out in public because of how you
Because
looked
you
after
always
the number
looked
of
like
times
we've
you got
been
fired.
mistreating you. All right, time's up on that one.
Excellent. Love this.
That was the perfect question.
That was a perfect question for you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's Dad's turn. Let's see.
It is my turn again.
What are we going to get? Oh, this will be good for Dad.
Will it, though? What does it say?
If animals could talk, which species would be the rudest?
Well, so I have a couple of different answers to this one.
Sure.
First of all, we all know that cats, if they could talk out loud,
I mean,
we know by the expressions on their faces and the way that they react to certain things that we'd probably have to, edit their comments and
censor them.
censor them because
Yeah.
we know that they would not only be rude, they'd probably just be totally inappropriate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, cats are. I won't use the word here because you'd have to censor me. But cats are it's intrinsically rude. Now we have a running thing in our family about gooses, and anytime we see gooses, we yell at them and we yell, "I question your integrity." I don't really know why we do that, other than
You started it.
I did start it. I started it when we were living in Pleasanton.
Yeah.
And the apartment we were
see the
living in was
geese.
across the street from
Yeah.
a school. And we'd
Those
go out to
geese
go
in the
for
field.
walks. And during non-school times, there would be gooses all over the playground, all over the playground. And you just knew that by the time the kids got out there the next day to play, that there was going to be goose poop all over everywhere that those kids would be playing in and, having to run through and everything. And it was like, oh, for crying out loud, And so it was like, I don't know. I don't recall exactly why that particular phrase, but yes, I was the one that started that. And I still do. I still do it. Now, I'm actually going to add a third one. And that is, only because of another habit of ours. And it's not necessarily rudeness, it's safety. And that is cows.
The cows.
Now, a lot of people, there is sort of this running cultural tradition that if you're driving someplace, going someplace, you pass cows, you yell cows. We don't do that. With our grandkids, if we're passing a herd of cows, we wave at them because we want them to know that we're friendly so that they don't stampede.
Time is up.
Fair enough. All right, Karissa.
You guys are getting good ones for you. These are good ones for you.
Well, the first one was a doozy for me.
I know it was. I told you some of them are not going to be the easiest ones.
But that's I expect it.
Oh no.
Let's see.
If you had to survive a zombie apocalypse with only items from your purse, car, or desk, how doomed are you?
And why?
Oh gosh.
Go.
Well, okay. So I'm going to go with my car because my car is full of stuff. I'm one of those people.
Stuff or junk?
Yes.
Stuff or junk? Okay,
Yes.
All right.
I'm one of those people who I have a fairly long commute. So it's about an hour each direction, give or take. And so when I am getting out of my car at night, I'm not going back to clean anything up. You can forget it. I'm whatever I can grab, and that's the only thing that I'm dealing with.
The same.
So in my car right now, I have mostly crap, mostly trash from, grabbing my coffees or grabbing cars and a snack or but I do have in my car right now, I have a tote that is usually under my bed, but it's from 3 months ago when we did, I run a fan club and we do meetups every month, and we did a scrapbooking meetup. Okay. And currently in this box, I have about 20 big pairs of scissors. So I can get stabby with it. I can multi-stab. I have stab ability, and I can cut things for survival. I've got.
What else do you have in the car that could help? Have you ever seen Zombieland?
I have seen Zombieland. It's been a while since I watched it.
Do you have any Twinkies?
I don't have any Twinkies. I do have stickers. I could decorate some zombies.
Seatbelt.
I have a seatbelt. I have a seatbelt. I have a bag of trash in my trunk right now that I could, fling.
You could you have a variety of things in there, and I think just being able to lock the doors.
That too. I also have, I have papers in there. I could give zombies paper cuts. Is somebody timing me?
Yeah, I am timing you, and your time is up. Time is up. You were running out of things to say about it.
Imagine that you wanted to do 3 minutes. I just want you to remember that.
I know. Yeah. Well, originally that was what it was supposed to be.
Well, and part of it was we also were talking about if we couldn't fill 3 minutes, we'd have to take like a straight shot of espresso.
Yeah,
or something. We just didn't have that available. So.
We didn't prep. I did not do that much prep.
I didn't have time to. I'm on the road. I didn't have time to prep. So
all right, let's see,
prepare for this. All right, Chelan, let's see what you get this time.
Chelan, if you could learn any language, real or fictional language, which one would it be and why?
Go.
Here's the thing. I cannot limit myself to a single one. I will say that I always wanted to polyglot and learn a ton of languages. And in high school, they offered French and German and Spanish and Japanese, and sign language, and I wanted to take all of them, and they said no, you have to choose one, and so I ended up with sign language because that one was nearest and dearest to my heart. But I've always wanted to learn all the languages. Maybe not all. I'll go through phases. For a while, I wasn't really interested in French, and then I got really on a kick to learn French. I would love to learn. When I was a child, I had a friend who was Vietnamese and who didn't know much English. And she was in my class, and I would teach her English words and she would teach me Vietnamese words.
How did I not know this?
Because you didn't care about me at the time. It was like
and
third
just
grade.
A reminder, quickly interrupting, Brew Crew, what language or languages would you want to learn?
I would love to
do the chat.
I would love to do things that have been of interest to me lately. Welsh, Icelandic.
So
Icelandic.
Swedish, I think is.
So those
are interesting choices. Slavic. Would you want to learn Croatian?
I would love to learn Croatian, absolutely.
Canadian?
And anytime I'm traveling somewhere.
Australian?
Australian.
No.
Fosters is
Oh,
Australian
no.
for Fosters.
Oh no.
But anywhere I travel to, I'm like, maybe I should learn a little bit of the language. So
And
that's
you did some of that when we traveled to Europe a few years ago. You were
German.
Did you learn
That was fun.
Did you learn any Italian when you went to Italy?
A smidgen.
Okay.
I did learn
That's not an Italian word, though. What else?
Smidgen
You have a few seconds left.
Yiddish. Hebrew, biblical Hebrew, to be able to go in and learn and go through the Bible that way.
Time is up.
Would be amazing.
Good job. Okay. All right, Dad.
All right, we probably have time for one more round, maybe two more rounds. We'll see what happens. And Brew Crew, don't forget to answer each one of these from your perspective. If you got an answer.
Okay.
Well, what did it land on?
Which celebrity would be the most fun to get stuck in an elevator with?
You know, I've often said that I would love to just sit down for a cup of coffee or something with Barack Obama. He just seems like an interesting individual. And I'm including him as a celebrity. I mean, I don't know. Celebrity has to be like, movies or television or anything. I mean, just
famous
somebody
person.
famous. I just always thought, and, there are people that you say, well, I do or don't agree with their politics or their background or their position, but I think it could still be just a great conversation. And of course, doing things like coffee breaks with Steve, I love having the opportunity to talk to people who are interesting. And I've just always thought that being able to get together with Barack Obama, when you've seen things where he's gotten together with, whether with some talk show host, either on the talk show or like I remember when Jerry Seinfeld was doing the comedians in cars with coffee.
Oh yeah.
When Barack Obama was still president, I think he went there to the White House, and they rode around the White House grounds in the limousine because they couldn't go somewhere else.
That's funny.
And he interviewed Barack Obama, and it was just,
I think they had coffee in the cafeteria or something like that.
Coffee in the White House cafeteria or something like that. And why he thought, I don't know. I mean, it's not that Barack Obama himself is a comedian, but he is just very engaging and he can be very funny. And I just always thought that would be so cool to just get stuck someplace with him. He is a funny guy. Carla mentions he's a funny guy. And he's just very naturally engaging and humorous. And it just seems like he would be, you wouldn't feel awkward being able to.
I want to know, would you start the conversation or do you think he'd start it?
I could go either way with that. I would be able to start the conversation with him, but if he started the conversation, I also think he'd be a person where it wouldn't just be me asking him questions. I think he's the type of person in situations which I've seen him where he would want to know things about me.
Time is up.
I'd like to think so.
That's a good one. Okay, you have time for one more?
We've got time to go around to each of you one more time.
Okay,
you have to do one more. I have to do one more, and then we'll see.
And then we'll be ready. I think
then we'll
close out.
Okay. What's a movie everyone loves that you just don't get?
All right. Your time starts now.
I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Describe it.
It's from the 90s. It's a gangster movie. Everybody swears the whole time in it. It's got Joe Pesci and
yeah. Dang it, Joe Pesci.
Yes. Wise Guys or something.
It's something like that. My mind is blank. Somebody in the Brew Crew, tell us what we're forgetting about this one here.
We tried to watch it when it came out, and I don't mind swearing. If you know me, I swear like a sailor.
There's my cousin Vinny. There's Casino.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Famous gangster movie.
I could not watch this movie. Inception's another one, Kathy, I can't get behind. I could not watch
I'm with you both on Inception. I've struggled with that one.
I don't mind swearing in movies. I don't mind it. But when I can't follow the dialogue because every word is a swear word and I don't know what they're talking about, it's a problem for me. I'm so incensed over the script for this movie because it's like they're swearing to make a character and they're swearing to make a point and there's swearing just to swear. And I feel like they just tried to fit as many swear words into the script as possible. And I couldn't follow anything. And I'm like, I'm a plot person. I need to know what's going on. Inception is another one that it was just so... There's another one also, Memento. I couldn't follow it.
Because of the timeline.
Yeah, and I'm really good at following timeline shifts. I'm really good at things that go back and forth, like
when it's not linear.
with that. But I struggle with Memento. I can't engage in the movie at all because I just cannot follow what is happening. And I'm one of those people. It's like 5 minutes into a movie, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen and how it's going to end, and who's the bad guy, and like I'm pretty perceptive on things like that. So when I have a movie like that, that's just I cannot.
Time is up. Time is up.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have time for Chelan to do.
We have time for Chelan, and then we will close out.
Let's see. Let's get a good one for you. Good one. Oh. Okay.
If I had to teach.
If you had to teach a masterclass on something random, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I feel like that would change every day.
Currently.
On something random. Right now, I feel like a masterclass I would teach on. Obviously, I love acting. And so I do some of that at work.
I want to know, could you teach a masterclass on how to teach? Like, is there enough
certainly I could. Although even some of the things like I've over time, there's been some teachisms that I think have fallen by the wayside.
And I think all of our brew crew knows that that's your nickname, but there's also kind of a thing around the whole.
There's a whole lore and lineage of it. So yes,
you know
what, I would. That's a great one. I would teach lore and how to teach. And we actually, when I was a teenager, I had cousins and friends who were like, I want to be a cheech. It's like, there can be only one. They say, I want to be a cheech. And so I started creating like a dictionary of terms and a how-to guide and like coursework on, things that a cheech would need to know. I remember we sent it to Casey and Sean.
I was going to say, didn't Casey start it?
Casey
did request it, and I did send her the initial draft of how to teach.
I mean, there's an old saying: "Those who cannot do, teach."
That's
teach. Yes.
What else? I mean, with that, what would you want to include?
I mean, obviously, there would be tests about history of the ancient cheech, and then there's a lot of call and response, as I'm sure people in our family would not be surprised at all. There were songs about the cheech.
Tales
and there was a game. There's a game about cheech and multiple games involving the cheech. So, like, there's just rules of life,
rules of engagement,
and rules of engagement in life,
lifestyle
that one ought to live by if one is going to be representative of a
time is up. All right, hey, that was fun. I hope Brew Crew, I hope you found that fun and were able to get involved. Because of time, I do want to get to our closing and what's going to be coming up. And part of that is we're going to have to wait and see. We're still planning out the next couple of weeks, and part of that is that we've got an event coming up that both Chelan and I are involved in, that there are rehearsals for this weekend. You're going to be involved in rehearsals, Chelan.
That's where I'm going after this.
Well, Dustin. And next weekend, I know I am. I don't know if you're back for rehearsals next weekend or not.
I get to.
And then the following weekend is this, and it's a ballet, and we're going to be sharing more about that in the next couple of weeks, but we're not sure how that's going to impact coffee breaks yet because of rehearsals and because of the show. So I don't want to I don't want to try to, say too much about that because we're still trying to work that out. But I just do want to, again, remind you to share with us the topics you'd like to discuss, the guests you would like to see. We're now starting something where if you give us a guest or a topic and we end up putting that together and getting it on the show, you're going to get a special prize for having done that. You're going to get your referral prize, I guess. Also want to remind you that we are on YouTube. Kathy, I'd be curious to know what issues you were having there because we do want to make sure YouTube is available for people. But if you are a subscriber already, if you're not, subscribe. If you are a subscriber, please do pass that along to others. That's a great place to go back and watch episodes of the show, and it gives people a chance to, maybe they have answers to some of these roulette questions, but we also have so many great guests on here that we would love to share with you. In the few minutes that we have left, I do want to share the last sip because we are talking, one of the things that we are also now doing is promoting a particular nonprofit each month. And this month we are focusing on the Sabre 6 Foundation. I told you we'd come back to that. I was just at their gala. And I do want to take a couple of minutes here to share a video that lets you know why this foundation, why this nonprofit is important and something that you may want to also support.
So the power of coming to one of these events out here is that, you know, we've all been through combat and we've all gone through a lot of things and we have a lot of stories and we also keep a lot inside. And this is the opportunity. We come together as a collective and we get it out and you talk about it and there's like really no judgment. And then you start to feel that camaraderie come back into place, especially if it's been missing in your life.
It's been 18 years since I got hurt and got discharged, and there's a lot of unknown questions and a lot of things I didn't know about. And I jumped on the opportunity to reunite with men and women I served with and get that closure. So the weekend approached, we got here and found that closure through the different opportunities presented here that I would not have gotten without this weekend.
We all think that we struggle alone, and when you get here, you realize we've all had our struggles over the years, and it's nice to overcome those struggles together, being here, and then you realize you're not alone, because we all hear it, we all get told it, but when you're the one living through the problem, you feel like you're alone, and you're not. You got the Sabre 6 Foundation that's here to absolutely bring us together and have fun together and get through things.
I like when these challenges, they do in fact challenge us because it's something out of the box and something new. Today we all laid down on the floor and did a breathing session, and I've never done that in my life, and I went in with an open mind, challenged myself, and I came out with some good tools to take forward for my future.
One of the benefits of the Sabre 6 organization and the challenge events that we do is there's no judgment. You can come, you can do all of it, you can do none of it. You could just hang out, see everybody, and to be present in the room, and that's okay. I think the goal is to get people to reconnect and try to re-strengthen and create some bonds or reforge those bonds, and then just get people out again.
What I've seen with my buddy is after coming to these events, he's changed and he's improved. And I like seeing that growth in him. And it's an honor to come here and be part of it and meeting all these different people and all these, just a great opportunity to learn of their struggles and seeing how they interact and how they move forward in their search of peace. And I really enjoyed it.
All of these events, you have 100% total sovereignty. Like there's no mandatory fun. Yeah, there's no rank, there's no army, there's no nothing. This is just people who have shared a crucible experience, getting together, spending time together, investing in each other and investing in ourselves.
All right, and just again, I put the link to the website for the Sabre 6 Foundation. It is obviously an organization I feel very strongly about and that I support. And there's never any pressure, but I just want to make sure that other people know about this amazing organization. And if it's something you would like to learn more about and maybe find a way to support yourself, you can go there to do it. Listen, I just want to again say thank you to Karissa and Chelan and to everybody in the Brew Crew for being here and participating today. I'm going to make sure we get signed off. We're already running a few minutes over. Thank you for sticking with us. And I need to get ready to head to the Broader Than Broadway event that's going to be going on. My ride is, I think, just pulling up outside. So for all of you, thank you once again. And, you know, whether it's Sabre 6 Foundation, Broader Than Broadway, or something else that you feel strongly about, just remember that we all do have passions and we all do have ways of touching other lives. So please find a way to make a difference in your world this week. Karissa and Chelan, thanks for being here. God bless everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time on Coffee Breaks with Steve.